Hello friends, how are you today? Today I'm actually going to talk to you about doing a quick video editing session. So let's get started. I had a friend of mine ask me if video editing was actually easy. Well, it's not that easy, but it's easier to get started than you think. So today I will show you a quick demonstration of putting together a quick video, all right? So the software that we're going to use is Openshot Video Editor. Now I already have this installed. Now if you have a Mac, you probably are going to use like iMovie or something, so this video might not be very helpful to you. But if you are on Windows or if you use Linux like myself, you can get Openshot, okay? Now the other site that I wanted to show you was Pexels. So if you go to this web link, and I'll link these all in the video description. So the content that I shoot is not very high quality, so we're gonna use content that we pull out from here. So I've downloaded already a couple of videos here, and we'll put those together, okay? The last site I want to show you is for the music. So for free to use, Creative Commons license music, I go to a site called CC Mixter. So I've already selected a track. We'll listen to this later on. None of the videos actually have any volume, so we'll put in a background track on it to add a little bit of flavor on there. Anyway, we're gonna go get started. So we'll open up our Openshot window here, and this is what it looks like. So pretty simple interface. You've got your preview screen here, your track screen, and this is our sort of our media container. So that's where we're going to place all of our project files. Okay, so to add a file is pretty simple. So I've already downloaded these videos, so I'm just going to go ahead and select these, pull them through, and it should automatically add them. Okay, we'll switch back. Now, the other thing that you want to check here is just whatever that video output would be. So we'll go to the preferences section, go to profiles. Now it's already set on 720p, which is what I want to record in. And I think 24 means 24 frames per second. So that's pretty okay. That'll give us the ability to actually have HD quality video. 1080p we can do, but I'll stick with 720, okay? Because that's enough for me, for my purposes. All right, so we've got a few videos here. Let's see if we can preview these. Let's play that. Oh, maybe not. Well, it doesn't let us preview it or play it. We'll have to add it through the track. But anyway, essentially these are like walking videos, okay? So we've got people walking on the beach. This is like random people walking. We've got these the single person walking footprints, right? And then lastly, we've got this sort of driving video. All right, so when I normally add or do a video, I try to see the assets that I have or the video clips that I have, and I try to build a story around that, right? So for this particular one, I just wanted to build some sort of a, walking video. Then it's going to transition into a nature scene, transition back into walking, transition to a nature scene, and then sort of end with this crowd, right? So let's do that. So we're going to pull this one into one of our track files here. Bang. And what you saw before was me preview it, right? So this is my my actual project timeline here. See? So we've got that. All right. Maybe we'll cut it about maybe at the 3-second mark. So 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, around there, okay? So we can actually choose to cut that clip around that timeline. So let's see, bang. Okay, so now the scene is split. So now we have two separate ones, right? So we had our initial clip here, and the second, sort of the rest of the clip is on this side. Now you can either delete this, but I want to use this as a continuation, so I'll just set it aside for now. The next thing I want to add is this beach clip. All right, so there we go. So we got a couple people walking on the beach. All right, cool. So we can actually add that to be aligned to this one. Now, notice that I've placed this on top. So what actually happens is that whatever clip gets placed on top is the one that overlays the other, okay? So as we go through, to demonstrate that, I'll place this at the bottom, okay? And you'll notice that this part will not play. All right, let's have a look. Pressing play, there we go. You'll see a little bit of the artifacts here because that's a blank or a black screen, so we're gonna have to get rid of that, okay? So if we get rid of it, see, notice it goes back to black. All right, there we go. So we've got our first sort of scene here going into transition into the beach walk, all right? Now to add a little bit of a transition, we can go to transitions here. I like to keep it simple, so we'll just go with a fade, okay? So let's try to add that somewhat in between the two there. We'll shorten it a little bit, okay? And this is totally up to you. Like, there's no, I'm sure you can get down really mathematical with all the numbers, but I normally just kind of play as I go, right? There we go. It should fade and transition. Yeah, there's a bit of a fade. So what I will do is I will actually overlay this a little bit more. There we go. And maybe move this transition a little bit further out. All right, let's see how that looks. Again, trial and error, guys. That's it. Ah, that's what I wanted. There we go. Now there's a little bit of that overlay in the back, if you noticed, right? So it turns out the transition isn't really going to help us here. So we'll go ahead and delete that. The other thing that we can do is actually we can add a fade on the clip itself. So I want it with this clip, the walking clip. I'll do a fade. I'll do it at the end of the clip, and I'll do a fade out slow. And as you can see, if we zoom in here a little bit, you'll see the two green dots here. That's where your fade starts and ends. So we can place this around, yeah, around here. Let's just keep it where it is. See how that looks. It's gonna fade out and then transition into bang, that screen. What I'll actually do is, because I don't want that, you know, the extra footsteps on the back here, I will place this clip at the top and I will place this clip at the bottom so that this walking clip stays on top, but then as it fades out, we're gonna start to see the people walking on the beach. Let's see how that goes. Ah, much better. All right. Okay, so maybe cut this clip, walking clip around here. Okay. There we go. Unselect the cut tool. Go ahead, just place that on the side. We'll go back to our project files. So after they're walking, we're gonna go back into, after the beach, we're gonna go back into the walking. So it's like city, you know, sort of city, beach kind of thing. We'll do the same thing here. We'll do a fade. We'll do the end of clip, do a fade out slow. And we'll sort of overlay this at the top so that as this bottom clip here fades out, it's gonna show the walking again. All right, so let's see how that is. Let's see the two transitions. So there we go, fade out, people walking. Ooh, that didn't go so well. Maybe what I need to do is actually add this at the bottom. We'll try that again. We'll see how we go. Again, it's all about the experimentation. Yeah, I really don't like the way that that artifact is present here, this little screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove that fade, no fade. And I'm actually gonna add into the transition that we did before, so that fading transition, okay? So overlay this clip to the top. So this is, again, like the cool thing about video editing is that there's more than one way to do something, right? To achieve a similar result. So let's see. That It's gonna fade back in. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay. Do a little bit of walking. We'll stop around there. We're gonna do another cut here. Move this to the side. Now I wanted to switch into this driving scene here. So yeah, this long winding road. So it's kind of like nature, back to the urban thingy, nature again, right? So that's sort of the story that I wanted to build here. So we'll do the same thing like we did before. We'll add a fade at the end of the clip. We'll do another slow fade, right? Oh, it added on to this one. So we'll undo that real quick because I selected 2 clips. Fade, no fade. Okay. All right, we'll do that again. Fade, end of clip, fade out slow. So there's your fade out. So those 2 green. All right, let's add it around there maybe. All right, let's see what happens. Ah, like it. I like it. All right. As the pan around, sort of as the camera pans up, we'll fade it around here as well. Okay, we'll cut it again. By the way, as full disclosure, I actually don't use Openshot anymore. I use Kdenlive. It's a little bit more advanced. Lets me do what I want to do a lot quicker, but this is where I got started. Okay, so we'll pull in this this walking clip again, and we'll do another fade transition. Actually, we can copy this one. So I selected the transition here. Control C, Control V. There, copy pasted. All right, let's see how that looks. So as it pans up, it's going to fade back into the walking scene again. All right, cool. And I don't need this anymore, so delete that. We're just going to end with sort of this hustle bustle, people walking around kind of thing. Yeah, see that? Slow motion. Okay. So we'll cut it around this part. Try to keep the video short. And this is totally up to you. You can play around with however long you want to keep the scenes for. You know, I like to keep it relatively short, snappy. We'll do the same thing here. We'll do a fade out at the end of the clip. We'll do a slow fade. Okay, same thing. I'll add that around there. All right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, see? There we go. Nice. Now, what we're gonna do is, let's check this for a second. Yep. It's gonna fade into the footprint. It's gonna fade again into the walking scene. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I don't know about you, but let's keep it there, okay? We actually didn't save this. Bad practice. Always save your project. Okay, let me just save this real quick. Data drive. All right, let's save it as video 24 demo. Sorry, I should have told you to save it right from the get-go. My bad. Because if it crashed, all the work would have been lost. Anyway, so now we're good, yeah? So we'll go back to Google Chrome here for a second. Now I've actually selected, you know, you can go, if you go to, I'll provide the links again, but you can do the tag search. And what I did was I actually just checked music for film, and then it gave me a few recommendations here. I just kind of go play, see what I like, what kind of tone I like. I ended up with this Snow Days track, so we'll play this one. We'll make sure it gets started from the beginning. Yeah. What do you think? That's pretty good, yeah? So just make sure you credit the artist, right? right? So we download that. It'll give you all the instructions on how to credit the artist and everything. I've done all of that, so I will go back to Openshot here. I've downloaded the song here, the track. I'll pull that in, right? Shows up as a track. We'll minimize that. And I'm just going to add that to the very bottom. Yeah, there we go. Now you can adjust volumes and such, right? As if you know, for the entire clip, you can mute the volume, you can fade in, fade out. So again, it's really easy, you know, if you're trying to mix a few different things. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this whole track feels like. Okay, let's go ahead and play it. Ooh, it's breaking up a bit. Now, sorry if it broke up a little bit over there. It's just with the it's trying to render this on the fly, so it's more of a software thing. When we finally render the final video, it won't have that. It should all play out pretty smooth. But I like the way that the track is placed. You know, it sets a good tone to the video, so that's pretty cool. Now, the only last thing that I want to go over today is actually how to add a title. So we'll go ahead and add a title. So how do I do that? Oh, oops. I added some more tracks. We'll remove that. Remove the track. We don't need that. We'll keep track 4 in there. Ah, I remember now. Title. Sorry. So we add a title. Now it'll give us a few templates here. We'll just work with one that I think looks cool. We'll just do a simple one here. Now you can edit this. Let's see. Something cheesy like that, huh? We can change the font if you wanted, you know. I'll keep it as it is. Text color, we'll keep it at white. Background color, we might make it a little bit darker. Okay. Okay, we'll just see how that, what's the advanced editor? Okay, we'll keep it. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, okay, so it placed everything on there. Let's edit this. And with the background editor, I don't want anything on there. Doesn't even change anything. Nope. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this, remove that from the project. I'll start again. We'll pick this one. Walking in my shoes. Something cheesy. Let's see the background. Oh, I think I needed to change the alpha channel. Anyway, we'll try it out. Well, it's trying to get me to place it in black. Anyway, place it in white, I mean, sorry. Alright, so we'll make it to black, but then we'll change the alpha channel so it sets the opacity. So let's try 70. Yes, that's what I wanted. So the alpha channel just set the transparency of it. Okay. Now to do a little bit fancier, we'll start with the footsteps, and we'll have the title fade in. Yeah, that's cool. At the start of clip, we'll do a fast We'll do slow fade in. Yeah. All right, let's see how that goes. There we go. Nice. All right. And then we'll do a fade at the end of the clip. We'll do a fast fade out, just so it looks a lot gentler. There we go. Oh, it sounds breaking up a little bit there, but we'll render the final video. It should be cool. Okay, anyway, well, that's cool. I'm happy with that. We will cut this. We'll slice this, hey? Slice or cut, same thing. Slice this to around that part. We'll get rid of this. And I will actually, what I'll do is I'll include this in the final video edit. It should be fun. Okay, there we go. Now, the final step. So we've got our video here, right? That looks pretty cool. The final thing to do, we'll save it first. We can export the video. This is the same as rendering. All right. Set the file name, MP4, that's pretty good. Quality high. Cool. We'll export the video and we should be done. So my computer's pretty fast, so the export's gonna take really quick here. So that's pretty much it, guys. We just went through the whole process of actually quickly putting together and editing a video. While that's exporting, I will just show you these links again. So Openshot, of course. This is really cool because if you don't have content that you've recorded, you can always just download just to get a bit of practice, you know, and then you're not so worried about, like, you know, your content being a little bit low quality. So practice with these videos. That should be cool. And then, of course, music, right? So the music, make sure you're not infringing on anyone's rights or anything like that. That is pretty much the end of it. I will see you next week, and stay tuned. At the end of this video, I will include this last one in the video. I'll see you guys. Hopefully you found that helpful. Bye-bye.